Hi, thanks for tuning in to Talk Spirit. Today I have a special guest who is getting a mediumship reading, and her name is Cheryl. So we're going to bring Cheryl on. Hi,
Hi, Ginny.
Cheryl. How are you
Thank you for having
today?
me. I'm
Yes, no
good.
problem. Oh,
Been a
as
good day.
beautiful as always. What?
Oh, you're so kind. I'm wearing a hoodie. That's all,
Oh,
black hoodie. With this is from Phoenix Tap Festival in January. I tap
oh,
dance.
wow. Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Um, so before we got on, we were talking backstage and we were talking about how before we started recording how like your loved ones were already messing with me. They actually took a piece of my mic off and moved it, and I was like blaming my partner for it, and he was like, "What are you talking about?" And no one was in here. So I had a little bit of paranormal type of activity going on before
That's so
the
cool.
show. They were messing with my mic. I feel honestly like with the fact that this was a male individual that was doing this, and I feel like this was his way of like, I got something to say, Jenny, like by messing with the mic, right? So that's the way I'm interpreting it, is I have something I need to say. So
Yeah,
yeah,
probably.
I had two people coming in. I had a older woman, and I had the male, and I feel like the male had passed because of mental health issues and taking his own life. And then I had a female energy coming in, and I feel like this would be related to it's kind of giving me like a mother grandmother figure. I can't quite pinpoint it. So there was some type of I would have been ill or sick is what contributed to my death. So that these are the two people coming in. So I have the male that took their life, and I had the mother coming in, and they're actually coming in together, but they're not kin. They're not like mother son. Like they don't know each other in
No,
this physical world, but they're coming in together because they both know you.
that's so cool.
Do you? I mean, do you want to elaborate who these people are?
So the
Who the
first
souls are?
person, first person was my twin flame,
Yes.
and we were romantic for about 2.5 years.
He calls
And
himself basically your significant other, your boyfriend. So that's what he's saying.
oh, that's
He
what yeah,
claims you.
I don't know if he believes in twins. I don't think he
Yeah.
ever
Yeah.
totally.
It's so funny because he's like, "Oh, that's my girlfriend." Like he almost like wants to say fiance a little bit.
I'm sure
So
he does. Yeah, I think he wanted.
yeah. Yeah.
Um,
That's what I'm
yeah,
picking up.
yeah, I'm sure he considered me to be that.
Yeah.
um,
Was there like a ring involved, or was there wanting to get a
yeah,
ring or something?
there was like a purchase of a little like friendship ring. It wasn't like a silver ring. I accidentally saw it. He
Mm.
didn't know, but he knows now. Like I was looking in the
Yeah,
cupboard for like
that's
tea,
why he's bringing yeah, that's why he's
like
bringing this up.
it was like tea. I was looking for tea. He wasn't home. He was at work, like a second job, and it was like just laying there in the cupboard. Like I'm like, oh. And then he came to give it to me, but never happened because his car
Yeah.
broke
Yeah.
down and he got impounded and it was in the car. He should have grabbed it. I was thinking that recently. I'm like, why didn't he grab it?
Did he tell you it was a friendship ring? Because here's what I'm kind of picking up. I'm kind of picking up like I wanted it to be a more ring, but due to circumstances, it couldn't be. So this would mean like you were involved with someone else, or there's something else coming up there.
Yeah,
But
already married.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And not only that, there's a thing of feeling like I don't feel like this ring is good enough for that. And he wanted it to be more. He wanted it to he's telling me like, Ginny, I wanted this ring to mean more, but it just wasn't. Like, he looks at you like on a pedestal, and I feel like because of that, he felt like this ring wasn't good enough for that situation. So it wasn't good enough for an engagement ring, right? Like, that's what he says, you know. And but I kind of feel like, though, if he had have said like this, you know, this is like kind of a engagement ring, I'll get you something better when I have the money, like, you would have been okay with that. But I feel like he just wants to say,
Mhm.
like, I wanted it to be a more ring. That's what he's signifying to me. Like, there's almost a regret of not proposing.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I think that's true. You
Yeah.
know, they're just circumstance after circumstance.
Did he attempt to take his life before? And there something with a suicide, as far as like hanging myself, or I tried to hang myself or something?
He did.
He
Or
did? Okay.
that's what they're saying. That's how I found him.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I've always had questions about that because it wasn't, I don't want to be gruesome, but I'm only 5'7", he's 5'9", and it was like a regular doorway, and it was like there was no,
Yeah.
I don't know how it could have happened. I feel like maybe he staged that. Um, Maybe he took something,
I do
but
actually
I
feel
don't.
like he could have I do feel like he could have took like some pills or something, because I feel like I'm not in my right mind, and I feel like I attempted to do it the first time, and maybe I fell, and then like it happened. But I feel like your intuition is right to an extent, because I do feel like I'm under the influence of something else, and I'm not in my right mind, and I'm not making correct decisions. And it's almost like the universe tried to stop him the first time. Like, maybe he fell, and then he attempted it again and succeeded, obviously. And I'm so sorry. Like, I
No,
my
but
heart
was he?
breaks for you. I feel like he was taking something that had him, like, he already had mental health issues, right? So I feel like whatever he was using, or whatever he took, like, maybe it wasn't what it was supposed to be, or
Like
like there's
for,
some kind of, I don't know, there's some type of
there was no
pills.
note though.
Yeah,
Like the note
yeah,
was just stuff in the hallway with my name on a envelope.
yeah,
I mean, I never thought he'd do that. Like even if
yeah,
he said
I
it.
know.
Some people say it, but they don't. He just seems stronger than that. I
But
thought
he
he was
wasn't,
really,
you know? He wasn't, and he says he
but like,
suffered with mental health. But whatever he took, like, okay, he took something, right? Let's say he was in his right mind. Like, let's say he didn't take any pills, he didn't take anything that would put him under the influence. I feel like he wouldn't have gone through with it. He had to take something to, uh, maybe he just felt like it was taking too long, or he took something. There's some ingestion
was
of a
he?
pill of something.
Okay, so this is the thing that upset me. They never. I wasn't his family or wife,
Yeah, so
so
you didn't get the autopsy?
they blew it. They never did toxicology, and they said they were going to, but whatever happened, them kind of like I had to contact his mom and his sister, tried to find them on Facebook. I wasn't friends with them, never met them. He's in Michigan, they're in New Hampshire.
Yeah,
And I asked them to do that because I knew how I found him. I'm like, there's no way. And they're like, oh, there was hardly any marks on the neck. I
yeah,
saw him at the he looked beautiful. Looked like he was sleeping. That was weird.
Yeah,
And
I
so,
do. He is taking responsibility for his life. I don't feel like someone took his life. But I do
no,
feel
I'm
like
saying I feel like he took something to do it and he just wanted
he
to make
did.
it look like,
He's validating that your intuition is correct on that. He did.
okay. So did he purchase it to do that or just like was he
I
addicted to
don't feel it.
something?
I feel like whatever he got wasn't what he thought it was. Does that make sense? So maybe he would buy like, okay, we'll do an example. Maybe he would buy like Percocets or like some type of painkiller, but it wouldn't be that. It would be something else, or it would be laced with something else that would put me way under the influence. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I'm
Like was
picking
he
up.
putting himself under the influence to like numb the pain or to take his life?
Did he have pain? Because I feel like I'm trying to deal with physical pain in my body.
Something with his neck or his he had his shoulder. Um
Okay.
chronic like he had lost a lot of mass, like muscle. He was getting almost
Yeah.
too thin. When he came, like when I first met him, he was like big, like, and he said he couldn't. I think he might have had frozen shoulder, but I know he had that looked at.
But
Various
what he had,
maladies.
here's the thing, and then he's saying like he had some kind of all right, so he did have mental health issues, of course, but I feel like I took something and I wasn't in my right mind, and I feel like the reason that I took it was because I was having actual, like, it would be like, oh, my back hurts, or oh, well, I'm touching my shoulder, but oh, this hurts, let me get some stuff to take, like
But was he
regular over the
taking it
counter.
you like for a while, or was it just that one time?
No, I kind of feel like this was something ongoing that he was taking.
Okay, that explains a lot.
Yeah.
It's like there's just like he didn't have a job, and he didn't have a lot of valuables.
Maybe he was addicted to opioids or something. Like, I'm almost
Cause
feeling like
like
I'm
all of a
addicted
sudden,
to.
like I had given him a used Vitamix, and I was like, "What happened to the Vitamix?" His laptop was gone. Just like little
Yeah.
like nothing valid. But like I was like,
So I
he
feel like he was selling things to, like, yeah.
maybe he
That's
was hooked on something.
I feel like it was painkillers. That's what I feel.
I think that's a
Yeah.
really fair assessment. It probably like emotional pain killing too, like for
Yeah,
that
yeah.
too.
He has a lot of trauma. He has a lot of trauma. I do pick that up. And I think this is his way of just validating that your intuition has been correct this entire time. And he wants you to know that something wasn't right. And he's saying to me, I want you to tell her that I'm sorry that I couldn't show up as the person that she wanted me to show up as, that I couldn't be a better person. And he does feel bad for that, but he was suffering. He was, he was suffering emotionally, mentally, and he didn't want you to know that because he looked at you as this strong, beautiful person, and he wanted to show up as a better person for you, but he says he couldn't show up as a better person. But I feel like you would get these increments of this great man, right? Like,
The
like
best.
you're, yeah, yeah. Like, but then there would be times where it's like, who are you? Like, I don't even recognize this person in front of me. And that's what I'm feeling from this.
For sure. Like if he had been that, like more
You got the
consistently,
little increments, right? Like, and
like
then
it was
and then
like the best person
yeah,
I ever met. And also the
yeah.
worst all in one person. Like how is this possible?
Yeah.
Or like it seemed like the minute something was going really well, he found a way to screw it up, like
I think
a
it, you know,
self-sabotaging.
and yeah, yeah. And that was his trauma. That was his trauma. That was his mental health. And he apologizes for that. Um, do, someone's talking about the month of January, December to January being significant, those months.
His birthday,
So this would, okay. Which one? January? December, January? Which one?
December 28th.
Yeah.
Huh.
And he did bring up May and October. And then he also is really talking about June.
June?
Yes, June. Like May to June. Like we're going toward the end of May, going into June.
Which
Is there a
year?
birthday?
My birthday's May 24th.
Okay.
He never
Okay.
made any deal about my birthday, though.
It doesn't matter. He is just talking about your birthday.
Well, he came here in May.
Did you guys do something for him around water? Like for an
Yeah.
honor? Yeah.
Yes. That was in June.
That's the June. What?
I'm sorry that he's throwing me with January. Yeah, we had his memorial.
Just don't worry about January. You're gonna figure that one out. Like, don't fixate on it if you can't figure it
June
out.
June
I feel
20.
like that was significant to something with him that he dealt with between his birthday and the first of the month. And
And I
like,
might not even know
so
about it.
I think you do know about it because he wouldn't bring it up if you didn't.
Okay.
But yeah,
It's June. His
yeah,
memorial
he, yes, that's what
in the
June
lake.
was about. And then, was it after your birthday? Like,
Yes.
yeah,
His
okay,
sister
so
was there.
that's
We celebrated her birthday. Her birthday was the next day. We went out for her birthday.
okay. Okay. Well, there you go. Um, because he shows there's a body of water, and we're doing some type of releasing ceremony of releasing something, and you know,
Yeah, the ashes.
for him.
I got one of
Yeah.
those, those urns that melt or what, disintegrate or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
And he wants
I
you to know
fell.
that he knows. Yeah.
Yeah.
He wants you to know that he knows that you guys did that.
Did he like it?
Yes, he absolutely loved it. So yeah. I feel like he liked water, and he liked being around bodies of water.
That is
That's what I'm
correct.
picking up. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So
He liked filming the water too.
he liked what?
Filming the water.
Yeah, he was into water. I felt that. Um, and I feel like he would want to like live in this place wherever this is. Or something about living in this place where there's like these homes in the water and stuff.
Oh,
So yeah.
yeah, I would like to too.
Yeah. So he's like cuz he's kind of putting like I'm like he feels like that's his final resting place, and in the perfect world he would have wanted to kind of live there and retire, and be near water is what I'm picking up. So yeah. Just know that
Oh,
he really appreciates that. He really appreciates that. It's like you released him to the water, which he always loved. Yeah. He's happy. And he is with you. He is with you. Um
can you? Can you ask him a question?
I can try. Go for it.
I'm not going to explain the whole story,
Okay.
but can you ask him if he was the one that broke the glass in the
I
hotel last
saw
summer?
I saw glass like shattered. And I feel like yes, because but like there's glass, like I saw the glass, but I get a yes.
I don't know how he did it.
Were you with someone?
Yes,
Well, that's probably what it was about.
I think so too.
There you go.
Wow, that's amazing. How do they do that? How do they
His
move
energy is
things?
really.
Strong.
It just depends on their energy. It really does. They can all do different things. So yeah. Um, I feel like he just wants to say that he really does care, and he is sorry that he left you in that way, and he wants to send his utmost love. And I feel like he wants to send so much love to you because he says the stuff that I did to her, Ginny, she did not deserve. And the way that I treated her, she did not deserve. And he wants to leave you with that and say that you didn't deserve the way you were treated. Um, he was dealing with mental health issues. He was dealing with things that he could not handle. And he wants you to know that, and also not to carry any guilt because he talks about the argument or the argument before his passing. And he doesn't want you to carry any guilt with that. And he doesn't want you to feel like it was ever your fault why things happened the way they happened because it wasn't your fault. He says, please, Ginny, tell her it was never her fault. Do you understand the argument before his passing or the disconnect or there's some kind of conflict between the two of you before his passing? Yeah.
Yeah,
He doesn't want you to carry that with you anymore. He says, no, you can't. You have to let it go. Okay. And he does. He loves you. He sends so much love. He was so strong with me. I'm telling you, and I feel like this is what he had to say. This is why he was messing with my mic and things like that because he's like, I need to speak through you, Ginny. I need to tell her that this woman did not deserve what I did to her. And he says, Ginny, you don't even know the stuff I did to her and how I treated her. It's borderline abusive is what I feel. And he wants to take responsibility for that. Okay?
okay.
Okay.
I still wish I would have
And
gone over there. I just didn't.
you can't hold on to it, okay?
I was just
Okay, love, you
over it.
can't. Yeah.
I was just
And he says he
tired.
can understand. He understands that because he's like, she should, he understands why you didn't. He knows. So just know that he understands and he doesn't hold anything against you because he says this woman treated me amazing. She would go above and beyond. She did so much for me that she didn't have to do. And he was like, but she also had her boundaries. And I'm proud of her for that because you need to have your boundaries. So that's what he
I don't
says.
always.
I feel like the mother figure here that was coming through, she kind of stepped aside and let him speak. And I feel like she also just kind of wanted to come in. She's very soft, and she just wanted to come in and bring her love as well. She didn't really have a whole lot to say. I feel like she let him kind of get these things out because this is the healing that you needed today. And even though I feel you suppress a lot of that and you go on about your life, it still lingers. Unconsciously it's still there and it needed to be healed and everything. So you have a female figure who would come off as a mother figure on the other side as
Uh-huh.
well.
I do.
Who is this?
My mother. She
Okay.
passed when
Okay.
I was like almost 12. A long time ago.
Okay. And she comes
Yeah.
through very softly, um, and she wants to just leave you with love. And um, I feel like she has, like, her energy is so soft and beautiful. It just feels just amazing. Like, I can't explain it, but it just feels soft and protective. And I feel like she's just kind of been walking with you through life this entire time. I do feel that. Um, so
I mean, I'll get to see her someday. I mean,
you
I was
will.
closer to my dad because my dad was here up until 13 years ago,
Of
you
course,
know.
of course.
And I was kind of closer to him anyway when he
Did
was alive.
someone did someone pass from the chest or something with the chest or something?
Oh, my dad had a heart attack.
Okay, okay. I was
Yeah.
feeling chest pains before we got on here, so I think he was also coming through. Um,
Oh,
and yeah,
did they hang out with Joshua? Or not
they
really?
came in with him. Yeah,
But they don't like hang
yeah.
because they don't know. But like they meet
They
in
came
the
in
afterlife.
together. So I mean, they came in together. So I feel like they are together. Like, I don't know,
I wonder
but
what they. I wonder what they think of him. Like, oh my gosh,
well,
poor
in
bonehead.
spirit, we don't have negative thoughts of people because we understand people's human experience.
Oh,
We have a ultimate, like, there's no judgment on the other side. That's what I'll say. Like, they don't judge people because they understand you're having a human experience. So although they may have not liked his version in the human form, they accept and respect him in the spirit world. I hope that makes sense.
right. They're probably like realized that there was qualities that were
They
amazing. You know.
realize that they know that people are human form and stuff like that. And is there something with the head with
Sorry,
someone
getting
as
the.
well?
It's my
Sorry, it's
mother.
okay.
She had a brain tumor.
Okay, okay. And so this is just her validating, this is her coming in.
Oh wow, it's amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
I love it.
Well, I mean, I always ask this at the end. Do you have any last questions for anyone?
Um. Okay, so my cats. Um. Like they really want to go out to the garage, and this house was my childhood house that I inherited, and I feel like
From the
somebody is like the back area, like the studio to the garage. I feel like my cat sees somebody.
They probably do. It's probably your dad.
I think it's the mother. We used to call him the Mosey, the mother cat, because he was
Yeah.
like a cat person, and the cats always loved him. And I feel
Who?
like my dad. I
Yeah,
feel
that's
like
what I'm
they're.
picking up. It's dad. That's literally like your dad is literally coming through and saying it's they're picking me up.
Well,
So
they see.
I
They
definitely
can.
feel his presence in that home still.
They can see him.
He's Oh, cats are very spiritual animals. Very
Well,
spiritual.
oh my
They
goodness.
a lot of times will sense and see spirit way more. So if you kind of see them kind of looking around and doing all of that, that is them definitely seeing him there. So was he close to one of the cats?
Not these cats because he wasn't alive, but
Oh, okay.
Timmy, Timmy's like a 20-pound
Oh, does someone
cat.
have like an orange looking cat or something? Like he looks like
We d
he's like a tan or orange color.
Oh, that might have been his cat, Hobo.
The
I had
cat's
nothing to do with.
passed,
He was like a homeless cat that my dad took in.
but
The
he's
orange.
passed. The cat died, right?
Oh yeah, I don't know why my dad liked that cat so much, but okay.
Because he's got this cat. He's hanging out with this big fat orange cat looking cat. Like a cat. Like yeah.
That's.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's Thomas. He supposedly had some cat growing up that was like 25 pounds. Well, he's a big cat, my Timmy. He's like a tiger stripe. He's like, oh,
That's
you know
what I'm
what man
saying. Yeah, he's giving me Garfield vibes in a way.
would really like Timmy. Like, but Timmy's not that friendly. I mean, he's not like a lap cat. He's not like a cuddly like his mom likes to cuddle.
Yeah.
But he's getting better.
Wow.
He's getting
Okay.
more.
Well,
Um.
he's definitely around. So yeah.
So I wanted to ask something about Joshua. Did
Okay.
This is really weird, but so does he go? Okay, he visits people. Like, did he go to his mom's? Like, I think his mom might have just got married. Maybe she's not married, but like his sister got married a couple years ago. I just wonder if he visits them too, and if he's able to see
Yes.
his son. Because
Yeah. Absolutely.
I feel like part of the reason why he was so depressed is he didn't have his son. And his ex-girlfriend, she died. They had a bad falling out before I even met him, and he didn't know where they were and all this stuff. So I feel like then we found out she died. She had like a stroke. She was only like in her 40s,
Yeah.
and there was so no hope. That was all right before. But I just
Yeah.
wondered like if he felt like if I'm gone, I can go be with my son. I could see him. I could
Yeah.
be with him anytime.
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah, he's able in spirit. Our loved ones can kind of be with everyone. I know it sounds bizarre, but they're able to have their attention on everyone. Like their energy can kind of spread across everyone and kind of watch over everyone as one. So yes, he does see his son growing up. And he will watch over him. Yes, absolutely, 100%.
So like what about his stillborn son in heaven? The one that was born stillborn. Does he have a soul or does he get reincarnated? Or we don't
Sometimes
know.
they get reincarnated. It just depends. He didn't bring that up, but sometimes they do. It just depends on the reading. But it maybe he's going to be reincarnated or something. That one I don't have an answer to. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. No, maybe it's not as traumatic
I just
now.
don't
That's
know what
okay.
happened with that. Like I don't know if he would still be in spirit or if he would have reincarnated again. So
Yeah, he
yeah.
had a lot of trauma before I even
Yeah.
knew
Yeah.
him. Like, does he get jealous?
They don't really carry jealousy per se, but they do know when things are not right for us or people are not right for us, and they can kind of tell us that or warn us and say, hey, these people are not right for you. So they don't really carry like the same emotions as we do, like jealousy, enviness, like, they don't have those feelings. Their feelings are unconditional love, and they'll take responsibility for things because they're at such a high vibration. And they don't like um have negative emotions because those are lower vibrational. Those are like for here, for us to experience in the human form. They don't experience that in spiritual form because it is of the highest vibration. So those feelings and those negative things cannot exist in that vibration. I hope that makes sense. Jealousy, all of those things. I mean, they may joke around and be like, I don't really care for that person like that because that's their personality. But to inhabit those negative emotions, they do not, because they are at a highest vibration. So
Okay.
yeah, that's how it works. So he is at the highest vibration, whether you want to call that heaven, the divine, the spiritual realm, whatever name we want to put on that. I call it heaven. I believe in God. But everybody has a different name for it, but it's all the same place. That's what I like to say. But he is there, and he is at peace, and his soul is at peace, and your mother and father are at peace as well. Okay.
Okay.
And they send their greatest love
Thank
to
you.
you.
I
Thank
love them
you
too.
so much
Thank you so
for
much.
joining in. And I'm just going to do my ending here, and then I'll
Okay.
stop recording. Um, Again, thank you guys for tuning in to Talk Spirit. As always, you can book your experience with me at psychicmediumginny.com.